We used the most powerful AI models to create two characters, one defending the legacy of Michael Jordan, and one making the case for LeBron James as the greatest of all time. These aren't just simulations. They're built with every stat, every highlight, and every fiery opinion a true fan would bring to the table. Meet Mike, the diehard Jordan defender. He lives and breathes 90s basketball, worships the triangle offense, and believes perfection ended in 1998. And meet Jay, the ultimate LeBron believer. To him, greatness is about longevity, versatility, and carrying teams that had no business being in the finals. We put these two ultra-passionate, data-fueled fans head-to-head in a full-court GOAT debate. To keep it structured, the battle is broken into 4 quarters, just like a real basketball game. Welcome to the first quarter. We're starting where all debates begin, the numbers. Points, rings, MVPs, accolades, everything that builds a legacy on paper. Jordan, LeBron, 2 careers written in greatness. But who wrote the better story? Let's get into it.
All right, let's stop pretending. When it comes to greatness, stats don't lie. Michael Jordan played 15 seasons. In just 13 full seasons, the man racked up 6 NBA championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 league MVPs, 10 scoring titles, 10 All-NBA first teams. Oh, and did I mention he was also Defensive Player of the Year? Name one player who dominated both ends of the floor like that. The guy averaged over 30 points per game for his entire career. He didn't chase stats, he chased wins. LeBron has been in the league longer than MJ's entire career and still hasn't caught up in rings or MVPs. Jordan didn't need longevity to be the greatest. He just was.
Cool speech, but let's update the scoreboard. LeBron James has 4 NBA titles, 4 Finals MVPs, 4 League MVPs, 13 All-NBA first teams, 19 All-Star appearances, and most importantly, he's the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. That's not just about longevity. It's about consistency and dominance across 2 decades. LeBron's played more playoff games, scored more playoff points, and has more playoff triple-doubles than Jordan ever did. And let's not forget, the man is top 5 all-time in points, assists, and steals. Jordan had a legendary peak, I'll give you that. But LeBron has built the most complete statistical resume basketball has ever seen.
Yeah, LeBron's resume is long, but is it legendary? Jordan was undefeated in the finals, 6-0. LeBron, 4-6, lost to the Spurs, the Warriors, even the Mavs. And don't get me started on the 2011 meltdown. 8 points in a finals game? MJ would never. Legacy isn't just about padding stats for 20 seasons. It's about killer instinct. And Jordan didn't just win, he broke his opponent's spirits doing it.
Funny how Jordan fans always bring up 6-0 like it's the only stat that matters. So what? If MJ had played more years and lost a few, you'd think less of him? That's twisted logic. LeBron didn't retire in his prime, twice. He showed up, year after year. He carried teams with Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Mo Williams, and Anderson Varejao in the finals. And don't forget, he beat a 73-win Warriors team in 2016, down 3-1. That's the greatest comeback in NBA history. Rings are nice, but context matters. LeBron's path was harder, period.
First quarter was personal and packed. Mike came in strong with Jordan's 6 rings, 10 scoring titles, and that undefeated finals record. Jay fired back with LeBron's all-time scoring crown, 10 finals appearances, and elite longevity. 2 legends, 2 loyal voices. But we're just getting started. Second quarter, we're diving into competition and era. Who had the tougher path? Stay tuned. This debate is only heating up.
Let me break this down. When Jordan entered the league in the 80s, it was a battlefield. You had guys throwing elbows, clubs, and forearms like it was WWE. And MJ? He wasn't just surviving, he was destroying people in that chaos. He had to go through dynasties before building one. In the East alone, the Bad Boy Pistons, who literally made it their mission to injure him every game. Larry Bird's Celtics, stacked with Hall of Famers. Patrick Ewing's Knicks, who treated every drive like a mugging. Reggie Miller's Pacers, who brought playoff wars. And in the finals, Magic Johnson, still in his prime, Clyde Drexler, a top 5 player at the time, Charles Barkley, MVP that same year, Gary Payton and Shawn Kemp, an elite duo, the Malone and Stockton, both future Hall of Famers. These weren't cupcake runs. And let me remind you, Jordan didn't switch teams to go find help. He built his team the hard way. He took every L on the chin, bulked up, and came back harder. No shortcuts, no ring chasing, just pure, unfiltered alpha mentality. So when people say, oh, LeBron faced better teams, I laugh. Jordan didn't just play against greats. He made legends look average. And he did it in an era where driving to the rim meant you might not walk out of the arena upright.
Respect to that era. But let's be real. Getting clothesline doesn't mean the competition was tougher. It just means the rules were outdated. Today's NBA is smarter, faster, and more versatile. Players have to shoot, pass, defend, switch, and guard multiple positions. And LeBron? He's been elite in all of it. Let's talk about competition. He beat the Boston Big Three of KG, Pierce, and Ray Allen, a team that crushed MVPs left and right. He went toe-to-toe with the Spurs dynasty. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He faced the Golden State Warriors, the winningest team in NBA history, stacked with 4 All-Stars, including a 2-time MVP in Steph and an MVP-level KD. You want to talk about pressure? Every finals loss LeBron took was to teams that would have eaten 90 squads alive. MJ never had to face a team with 4 Hall of Famers in their prime. And don't forget, LeBron's carried atrocious rosters farther than anyone else in modern NBA history. 2007 Cavs. His second best player was Larry Hughes. 2015 Finals. No Kyrie, no Kevin Love, and still took the Warriors to 6. 2018. Dragged Jeff Green, George Hill, and J.R. Smith to the finals. Jordan never had to deal with roster churn, player empowerment chaos, and the social media microscope like LeBron. In today's game, you're not just playing your opponent. You're battling 24/7 coverage, viral criticism, and non-stop comparisons. Through it all, LeBron has stayed consistent, professional, and dominant. And he's done it across 3 different eras, adjusting his game every time. From a slasher in Cleveland, to a facilitator in Miami, to a power forward genius in LA. That's not just greatness, that's adaptive domination.
Let me just say this. All these modern skill arguments are cute, until you realize how soft the league is now. In MJ's day, you didn't cry for fouls. You got up, wiped the blood, and dropped 40 on your opponent's head. And that spacing everyone brags about today. Jordan dominated in a clogged paint with no 3-point era spacing, no illegal defense penalties, and no freedom of movement. You think LeBron could handle playing in the hand-check era for 82 games? Jordan averaged 35 a game in an era where you got body-checked at the elbow. And let's not act like MJ didn't have elite competition. There's a reason half the 90 stars don't have rings. They ran into Jordan, Barkley, Ewing, Malone, Stockton. These weren't scrubs. They were legends, but MJ shut the door on all of them. And as for help, Jordan had Scottie, sure. But LeBron handpicked 2 prime superstars to form a big 3, and in 2011, with Wade and Bosh by his side, he still folded to Dirk Nowitzki and a bunch of role players. MJ never had a moment like that. He didn't get beat mentally. He broke other people mentally.
It's wild how Jordan fans always throw around mental toughness like it's a stat. Let's talk actual history. MJ lost in the first round of the playoffs 3 times. You know who swept him twice? Larry Bird. LeBron has never lost in the first round ever, not in 2 decades. And this whole soft era take? Outdated. Today's players are faster, stronger, and more athletic. The pace is up, the spacing is wider, and you have to guard 5 positions, not just your matchup. And about the 2011 finals, fair, LeBron choked. But he came back the next year and dominated the league. Everyone acts like Jordan never failed. He did. He just failed earlier when no one was watching. LeBron's entire career has played out on social media in 4K with 1 million critics at his throat, and he's still posting triple-doubles in year 21. The NBA today isn't soft. It's just different. You can't throw punches anymore, sure, but you need basketball IQ, court vision, and adaptability to survive. And LeBron has shown that better than anyone ever has.
Two titans, two timelines. Jordan ruled the roughest era with raw aggression and killer instinct. LeBron has outlasted dynasties and adapted to the most skilled generation of players ever. But who had it harder? Who faced the better competition? One thing's clear, they both define their eras. Coming up next, third quarter, impact and intangibles. Forget the numbers. Let's talk about fear factor, leadership, global influence, and what made these players immortal. Don't go anywhere. This debate's just reaching its prime. Listen, there's levels to this game, and Michael Jordan created the blueprint. Every player today is still chasing the ghost of Chicago. You want impact? MJ wasn't just the best player, he was the most feared. Ask anyone from his era. Players didn't just lose to Jordan, they lost before the game started. You saw him warming up, and it was already 2-0. That stare, that silence, that unmatched killer instinct. He didn't want to just win, he wanted to humiliate you, embarrass you, and end your legacy. LeBron makes friends with his opponents. Jordan made rivals into footnotes. And then there's leadership. MJ didn't babysit his teammates, he pushed them. He punched Steve Kerr in practice, and Kerr thanked him. Why? Because that's what it took to win. He demanded greatness from everyone. Jordan was the standard, period. And let's not even start with the cultural impact. The Air Jordan brand is bigger than basketball. He made the NBA global. Before him, the league was local. After him, it was on every corner of the planet. He inspired Kobe, he inspired LeBron. You don't become the GOAT if your entire legacy was inspired by the guy you're being compared to.
MJ's influence? No doubt, monumental. But let's be clear, impact evolves. LeBron didn't follow the blueprint, he rewrote it. He showed the world that a basketball player could also be a mogul, a philanthropist, and a social voice, while still dominating on the court. Jordan gave us style. LeBron gave us power and presence. He's the most versatile player the league has ever seen. Jordan, a scorer and assassin. LeBron, a 6'9" freight train with a vision of magic, the strength of Karl Malone, and the IQ of a chess grandmaster. He can play all 5 positions and guard all 5. Who else has done that? LeBron changed the business of basketball. He launched his own agency. He helped usher in the player empowerment era. Now players call the shots because LeBron showed them how. And globally, LeBron has carried the NBA for 2 decades, from China to Africa to Europe. He's been the league's ambassador in the digital age. And off the court, he's built schools, started production companies, and used his platform to speak on real issues. Jordan sold sneakers. LeBron built communities. And he's done all this while putting up GOAT-level numbers. That's not just impact, that's transformation.
Let's not get it twisted. LeBron's done a lot, but Jordan made people fall in love with basketball. Before MJ, the NBA Finals aired on tape delay. After MJ, the NBA became a global powerhouse. Kids in Tokyo wore Bulls jerseys. Streetwear was built around Jordan sneakers. You want impact? Look at the logo on your shoes. Jordan made basketball fashion, identity, culture. He walked so these other guys could even exist on this level. And about intangibles, Jordan had aura. That oh no feeling when he had the ball in the fourth quarter. When MJ elevated for a jumper, the whole arena held its breath.
You want to talk aura? LeBron entered the league with the weight of the world on his shoulders. Cover of Sports Illustrated at 16. The chosen one. Everyone wanted him to fail, and yet he lived up to every expectation, and then went beyond. No scandals, no controversies, no fall-offs, just 2 decades of dominance, reinvention, and impact. MJ had mystique because he left the game. LeBron has mystique because he never left. You watched Jordan ascend and retire, but you've watched LeBron evolve, from teenage phenom to veteran genius, and still, he's outplaying guys half his age. And off the court, he's changed the way we think about athlete responsibility. He speaks up, he builds, he gives back. That's legacy in real time, not a myth. LeBron didn't just inspire hoopers. He inspired how to be human while being legendary.
From slam dunks to sneaker deals. From highlight reels to history books, Jordan made the game magical. LeBron made the game meaningful. Both rewrote what it means to be a basketball icon. one with fire, one with finesse. One thing's for sure, this debate is more than a game, and there's 1/4 left to settle it.
Look, legacy isn't just about who played the longest. It's about impact per minute. Jordan played 13 full seasons. In that span, he won 6 rings, took home 6 Finals MVPs, grabbed 5 league MVPs, had 10 scoring titles. That's efficiency of dominance. When MJ stepped away from the game twice, the league felt the void. Attendance dropped. Ratings dipped. He didn't just leave a mark, he left a hole. He retired 3 times, and every single time, the world stopped. He was mythic. People don't debate Jordan because of nostalgia. They debate him because he set the gold standard. He didn't just win, he made winning look inevitable. And his final shot as a Bull, Game 6, 1998. A step-back dagger to seal his 6th ring. Who else ends their legacy on a shot that perfect? LeBron may have played longer, but Jordan, he burned brighter. And sometimes, it's not about who lasted longer. It's about who made the moment eternal.
MJ ended with the perfect shot. LeBron's still writing the book. 21 seasons, still elite, still adding chapters. He didn't just last, he evolved. From explosive slasher to strategic playmaker. From kid from Akron to basketball's Iron Man. And while Jordan had his era, LeBron has survived eras. He's outlasted rivals. Kobe, Duncan, Dirk, Wade, KD. He's adapted to super teams, analytics, spacing, rule changes, and a 24/7 media cycle. No player has ever redefined themselves so many times and stayed great. That's not just longevity, that's sustained greatness. And let's talk numbers. All-time leading scorer, top 10 in assists, steals, points per game, playoff wins, over 40,000 points, and counting. And he's done it all without scandal. No retirements in his prime. No falling off. Just year after year of excellence. MJ burned bright. LeBron? He's the sun. Always shining no matter the season. Legacy is about influence and endurance. And LeBron has shown both like no one ever has.
You talk about the sun? Jordan was a supernova, came in fast, burned everything, and left a lasting cosmic scar. LeBron's been around longer, sure, but there's no moment like MJ's. No player in history has ever been more mythologized. The flu game, the shot over Elo, the shrug. His legacy is built on moments burned into our mind. You remember where you were when Jordan played. You remember the shoes, the commercials, the dominance. MJ didn't just win, he was cinematic. With LeBron, it's impressive. With Jordan, it was epic.
Epic, sure. But Jordan was a storybook. LeBron is real-time greatness. You're watching history happen right now. Kids today aren't watching VHS tapes of the 90s. They're watching LeBron dunk on centers at age 39. He's what they'll tell their kids about. Jordan had style. LeBron has substance over decades. In 2020, at age 35, he led the Lakers to a championship in the bubble during a global pandemic. That title wasn't easy. It was earned. And, let's face it, Jordan's last years? Wizards jersey, faded glory. LeBron, still putting up triple-doubles, breaking records, and leading teams. Legacy isn't just about the moments we remember. It's about the impact we're still witnessing.
And that's the buzzer. 4 quarters, 2 legends, 1 impossible question. Jordan, the assassin, the icon, the myth. LeBron, the machine, the leader, the evolution. You've heard the arguments. You've felt the passion. Shout out to our 2 AI-powered superfans, Mike and Jay, for bringing the heat to this GOAT debate. So now we ask you, who's your GOAT? Drop it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this debate, hit that like button and subscribe to AI Sports Debate. And get ready, because the next debate is just a tip-off away. See you next time.